So like, yeah, here's some examples of it. So these are some mock-ups, and these aren't actual companies that have made these things yet, but there are examples like, you know, campers. You have that sort of crazy looking thing above it that's like an extension. Yeah, you got that cool little kitchen area that can come out, very similar to the Rivian R1T, right? Or the R1S, excuse me, the pickup truck. There's going to be a third-party industry that's going to appear to facilitate a lot of these things, and I'm wondering, like, what are going to be the most useful use cases for this? Because for folks that are more outdoorsy, this is a killer product for them, and I feel like there's going to be an entire industry that's going to come up around that concept. But there could also be things like, there's that one with the boat. What the hell is that thing? Go on the bottom right, producer wife, look at that thing. The hell is that? So you can technically do that with any car, I guess, but yeah, I think the blank slate, it's like designed to be a blank slate. Just even with the exterior that it has no paint, it's already a blank slate. So I wonder how many things around it are also going to be a blank slate. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, it was fun when I was in the Peterson Museum. Like, we walked around and saw the whole Tesla exhibit, and I saw a lot of things. And then there's also like the history of some cars, or how cars were made. And the first car was like in 1797, which was a steam powered car. So like stuff like that I didn't know about. And then obviously there was the early electric cars in the early 1900s, and how they're kind of comparing between the gas cars and the electric cars. And the electric cars at the time, they're heavier and more expensive, and so when the crank style starter for the gas cars went away and the electric starter came into play, that's what really pushed it over, apparently, towards gas at the time. But so all those little nuggets were fun to learn. But as far as like the Tesla exhibit, I sat down in front of the Cybertruck with my wife for probably a half hour, and then we came back around and sat down again for another half hour, and it was fun to just hear people.
All right, right here, go Tesla. Good one.
Questions for people, but no, it was just really fun to see like the common perception of that truck. And like there were people from all around the world that were speaking like Hindu and German and English, obviously, and there's all these different languages that I heard, all these different people from around the world that came to see like that Cybertruck, which to me was just like super exciting and
check this out,
super meaningful to me.
It will inch over and change lanes from a standstill. Love that.
What percentage of the people that were there did you gauge were Tesla fans, and what percentage, like say like our community where like we know we you know live and breathe these things, and what percentage were just like folks passing by checking out what was going on? Did you get a gauge?
That's a great question. There were so many people, like, because it's a huge museum for cars. I think they have over 200 cars there. So within the Tesla area, you know, the Tesla exhibit, which used to be the James Bond exhibit, by the way, I would say maybe 20% of them were Tesla fans. And what I saw over and over again were one or two, like, you know, Tesla fanboys or fangirls with their families and with other people, of like answering their group's questions about it. And some of them were accurate, some of them weren't. I held my tongue. And then most other people, like I would say, most of the people, like, there were a good chunk of them were just like studying that this is a real thing. Like, they're actually believing this. Like, they might have heard about it or heard of it, or they didn't really conceptualize that. Like, it's happening. Like, it's happening next year, and it's but as far as like the rest of the museum, there's I would say the Tesla exhibit is maybe a 10th of the whole Peterson Museum. And so there's obviously people all over the place, like, you know, hypercars, historical cars, and all that kind of fun stuff too. So.
Okay, got it. So 80%. So there are other cars and other things at the museum, and there's also just the Tesla part that people go and check out.
Exactly.
Which car was getting the most attention?
Definitely the Cybertruck. Like within, actually across the whole museum, I think there was one time where the DeLorean, which was the picture car for the Back to the Future series, they were cleaning that, so there was a lot of attention around that cleaning process. But other than that, I would definitely say the Cybertruck. To me, like, because I spent the most time there, but also I walked around the museum, that one was the display / car that like most people were taking photos at, or like looking at, or spending time at, for sure.
Yeah, that's really that's telling for me, and for a few reasons. One, I think that how different the car is, it's starting to be digested by the population, and it's starting to become a thing where it's like, oh shit, this is actually real. This is a thing that exists. But the other side of it too is that it's in the same price category as literally any other pickup truck that it's going up against. So this is not like a oh my god, look at how crazy looking this thing is, and how like, oh my god, this thing must be $500,000. Like it's very unique. Like, right, when you feel something's very unique and special, you feel like, oh, it's probably very expensive.
I just did better than that human driver right there. The human driver was actually driving in the bike lane. The Tesla actually went around the bike lane. Here we go, another drive, 0 interventions. Well, maybe. We'll see if it pulls in. Okay, it's gonna stop in the middle of the road. Not that. All right, besides that one last intervention. All right, that wasn't too shabby.